So what we're focusing on in motivational interviewing is about change. Collaborative, two experts working together, person-centered as a whole, seeing the person as a whole, not just their mental illness or their substance use, which often happens to our clients. We pigeonhole them.
We can't make people change. What we can do is help people understand where they are and where they want to be. And because of there's a difference there, there's some ambivalence in theirs, and then we'll begin that dialogue. And that's what we want to do with motivational interviewing, is get that dialogue going for people so that they can talk about where they are at and the difficulties they're having there, and then we can move them towards where they want to be.
To sustain change, people have to go away with the motivation and the change, what we call change talk, processing in their heads. That we want to be responsible for the intervention, not the outcome. Provided I'm always worried about the outcome, what's happening in the relationship? Nothing. Who said that?
That's where that stage of the change piece comes in.
Nothing.
If you're the outcome, the action, the client's still in contemplation, there's no connection there.
It's great, because I just feel like, wow, fantastic. I can focus on just being, which is what I was taught, being there with the client, like a needle in a groove, you know, as a song is playing on the old record. But it's beautiful, so I'm just so happy I can just focus on that. And they can change on their own as long as they're heard in that moment.
We're honoring people's autonomy and a collaborative relationship.
It's our job to support people as they make their choices, because it can do more damage to say, oh, you can't do that, that's not going to work, you'll never be able to do that. Then that's the message they've already heard so much before, so we want to give them a different message.
Somebody who's going to be side by side, not on them, but walking together, but not over here and not back here. This is not MI, but ultimately, Marie's going to choose the path.
And how if we use these frameworks, we can really move forward with people, in that side-by-side kind of fashion.
That was a really big change for me, because sometimes I'm shy to ask things, or sometimes, but now this has given me a way of knowing when to ask questions and which questions not to ask at what stages.
When we talked about job searching, it's focusing on what they did. Like, they did go out and they did submit their resumes and they did talk to some managers, and really celebrating that, because getting started for some people is half the battle.
The motivational interviewing piece was phenomenal. That was fantastic, because it gave me a breath of fresh air. It was, I'm not focusing on the outcomes, I'm focusing on the process with the client to really encourage sustainable change.
Motivational interviewing is a way of communicating to people, for them to give you their opinion of what the problem is and their opinion of what the solution is. And MI gives you tools and techniques to draw that out of the individual. Repeating the words back to them that they say, so it's their words, it's not you trying to convince them of something, and it works a lot better.
I've seen them open up, I've seen them lighten up, I've seen folks just engage, become a lot more trusting in a shorter period of time. So I thank MI for that. It's done a lot.
So many youth have been told what to do instead of just being listened, and MI is really a reflective practice. I'm just listening to them and I'm reflecting what they're telling me, and often what they're saying is they want to change, they need to change, and I'm helping them explore that aspect with the motivational interviewing.